Welcome to Urban Legends, and in tonight's episode, we'll be exploring a malevolent spirit so terrifying that many will not dare to even speak her name. This is the story of La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. The tragic tale happened many years ago, in a small Mexican village where a young lady named Maria was deemed to be the most beautiful woman around. Many men asked for her hand in marriage, but she denied all of them until she met and fell in love with a young gentleman called Mateo. Mateo was resourceful and wealthy, and soon he and Maria had 2 boys together. They lived happily in the family home for the next few years, but after that, Mateo paid Maria less and less attention, seemingly only interested in raising his boys, and showing no interest in being a husband. A new family moved to the village, and one of the daughters was even more beautiful than Maria, as well as being younger. This lady caught Mateo's eye. Maria was intuitive, and before long, she suspected Mateo and the younger lady of having an affair. She confronted him a few times about it, but he always denied the whole thing. One stormy night when Mateo was out, Maria marched to the woman's home and burst open the door. Inside the house, just as she suspected, was Mateo and the lady, embraced in a romantic dance. Candles were everywhere and no explanation was given or needed. Maria cursed at both of them, then knocked the candles over and slammed the door shut, walking back out into the rain. Not only was her heart broken, but she could also feel a tremendous, violent rage building up inside her, the likes of which she had never felt before. And it possessed her to do the unthinkable. Maria took her boys from their home and marched them to a nearby river, which was fast flowing from the storm. They were the most precious things to Mateo, and in her jealous rage, she drowned them, cursing her husband's name as she did so. Afterwards, Maria waded out of the water and sat on the riverbank. The rain stopped and the sun began to break through. At that point, whatever had possessed her to drown her sons left, and the realization of what she had done hit her hard. Maria screamed out her boys' names and ran back into the river to find them. Only this time, she didn't come back out again. In time, the townspeople began to hear strange noises at night, which sounded like a female crying or wailing. These sounds were often heard near bodies of water, and so brave young men would wait by the rivers and lakes at night to try and solve the mystery. Before long, one of them experienced something that he would never forget. Around 1 in the morning, he heard somebody in the water, accompanied by that terrible heartbroken crying. Whoever it was, shouted out, my sons, where are my sons?" And then the noise drew closer, all the way up to where the young man was camped out on the riverbank. He fled after physically seeing the source of the disturbance. He said it was Maria, but not as she had been in life. Now she was La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. The legend began to spread, and the La Llorona spirit killed without mercy. Neither men, women nor children were safe from its wrath, and victims were said to be lured to the water's edge where they would then be drowned. Married men were thought to be seduced in a hypnotic spell and then slaughtered, perhaps being punished for the infidelity. Many versions of the La Llorona story are told to children across Latin America, often to persuade them not to stay out too late at night. Some versions claim that La Llorona can be summoned in a seance-like environment. Others claim that she will appear when children misbehave or when men find themselves lost or alone near a lake or river. In some versions, she appears to mothers and steals their children, perhaps mistaking them for her own lost sons. La Llorona is an integral part of Day of the Dead celebrations, especially in Mexico. This quintessentially Mexican festival occurs on November 1st and 2nd. During this vibrant event, people honor the cycle of life and death. They create candlelit altars in their homes, adorned with bright orange and yellow marigold flowers. These altars guide the spirits of departed ancestors back home from the afterlife. La Llorona's haunting presence adds depth to this rich tradition, reminding us of love, loss, and the enduring power of folklore. La Llorona is mainly celebrated in Mexico, Guatemala, the United States, and Venezuela. She has been featured in movies, books, stage plays, songs, video games, and also graphic novels. The moral of the La Llorona legend is a haunting reminder of the consequences of jealousy, rage, and impulsive actions. Maria's tragic choices led to the loss of her children and her own eternal suffering. Her tale serves as a cautionary lesson about the destructive power of unchecked emotions and the importance of empathy and compassion. What do you think of the La Llorona story? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.